Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Arts and Psychology. I hope you're all having a blessed day. On this interview, we have the pleasure to present our very first international guest. His name is Nathan P. Hargrove, and he is a musician from Texas. How are you, Nathan?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. I wanted to ask you a honest question, and that is, how do you pronounce your last name?
Hargrove. It's Hargr. So
Hargrove.
Hargrove.
Okay. Thank you for that clarification. So tell us, Nathan, what do you do?
I'm a full-time student and I work at a restaurant to help pay bills, but I'm mostly focusing on a career in music education.
And why did you pick music education?
Uh, I kind of figured out I think through my senior year of high school that I realized that music is something that I want to specialize in. I was always with my band. I was always surrounded by music. One of my main influences in my high school career was my band director. And so I kind of just fell in love with it and I just moved with it. And so I started my next semester in college as a music major.
Okay, and what instruments do you play?
Proficiently, proficiently, I specialize in saxophone, piano, and I'm a vocalist. But I'm also learning how to play most brass instruments. I can play all the other reed instruments like at a beginner level just to know how to do it. So I can play trumpet, trombone, uh, euphonium, baritone, tuba. Tuba was my favorite one though. I can also play, what is it? I started on clarinet when I was in school. So when I went from clarinet to saxophone, and I've just been on that ever since. And then I can also play oboe and bassoon, which are tough. And then my least favorite, flute.
Okay, why is it your least favorite though?
I don't know. I could never play it correctly. Like I knew the fingerings. I knew the fingerings. I just could never blow into that little stinking hole.
Okay, so what about your favorite, and why is it your favorite?
Saxophone, because I was raised with jazz music, and saxophone I've always had an eye and an ear for.
Okay, that is awesome. So, is there any other musicians in your family, or it's just you?
My mom, when she was in high school, she played baritone sax,
Okay.
and so she actually did marching band with it. And then my sister plays French horn in her band, and I'm jealous of her because I can't play French horn to save my life. Um, and then when my brother was in high school, he left band early on, but he played trombone. So
Okay.
everyone knew a little bit of something, and we all sing. We're all singers, to our own extent.
So, what motivated you to start a career as a musician? Like, was there anything that pushed you to start a career like that? Or like you had
Uh,
an inspiration or something?
I mean, I didn't really have any kind of like intuition, but I had an inspiration. Like my band director,
Okay.
I said he was a big influence on me. His name was Mr. McCasland, and he was just a super fun. He was a super fun old guy. And my senior year, he actually retired, and so I was really saddened by that. But he helped me discover that being able to teach music is something that I want to do with my life. And so that's what I'm trying to pursue right now.
Did music help you go through any emotional battles that you could have gone through?
Oh, yes, of course. I feel like if I were in a bad mood, uh, jazz music tends to help ease me. Like it would console me. Like if I were just really having a tough, difficult time, just dealing with family situations and stuff, I would just sit down and listen to like just something smooth, something sweet. something really slow, or it really just goes with my mood. If I'm feeling energetic, if I'm feeling happy, some switch to some bebop, super fast. Uh, Usually, it's just like there's any genre, every different kind of jazz definitely would suit any kind of mood I'm in, and so that's also a reason why I love jazz so much. It's great.
So you say that you're also a vocalist. Did you started as a vocalist or you started as a musician?
I started as a musician, and then when I got into college, my first college, I joined the choir.
Okay.
And when I joined the choir, I kind of just stayed with them. And then I switched to university for the other 2 years. And then I started joining their choir. And I started becoming more active singing. So I would sing. I mean, naturally, I just love singing in general. Like I'll sing at work. I'll sing like just before the Zoom meeting. We I was singing to myself. So
Can you write songs?
I can't compose. I don't know how to compose too well. I mean, I was taught how to do it. I'm not good at it, but I can transpose. I can arrange. I was taught how to do those too, but I like arranging music more than composing.
What would you say it's your hidden talent? And if you have a hidden talent, show us.
Uh, uh, I can't think of any at the top of my head. No.
Okay, so
I can make a bird sound.
okay, that could work.
Yeah, it's
Okay, okay. Um, have you ever had any problems with self-image?
Oh, of course. Like I still have personal conflicts with myself, with my body. You know, I'm not the biggest fan of my stomach. You know, it's a little too big for me. There's a little more padding than I'd like there to be. So I mean, I know that I can fix it, so I'm not too worried about it. But when I first started college, I was like 180 pounds, and as of now I am now like 220 pounds, so I gained a lot of weight because of college, and it was probably due to a lot of stress and stuff like that that unnaturally was added on to it. But I feel like a lot of it is, you know, it's manageable.
Okay. And how have you been able to go through that without being like self-harming your body or self-harming yourself?
Just I try to maintain a, you know, an average diet. Try to watch my caloric intake. I When I go to work, my work is basically my workout since it's mostly physical. Like we'll have boxes that are roughly 20 something pounds, and I'll have to lift a couple dozen of them a day. And so that's usually my big workout that I do, and I'm on my feet for 8 or 9 hours of the day. So that really helps with my exercise when I don't have time to do the exercise.
Okay, since we're talking about self-image, let's do a small exercise and please name me at least three things you like about yourself and tell us why.
My eyes, because they're through my life, I've always been told that I have really pretty eyes, so I like to uh, I like to flex on those a little bit sometimes. My hair, because I love the length of it. I've always loved long hair. And the reason I have long hair right now is due to the fact that in high school, I was never allowed to have it. And
Okay,
so once I left high school, it just like this.
you were allowed.
Oh man, I was freed. It was so nice. And finally, I would probably say, hmm, I don't know, I'd probably say my eyebrows. I think I have some pretty nice natural eyebrows.
Okay, okay. What emotional battles have you faced in your growth as a musician?
My second year of college, I was diagnosed with minor depression and anxiety. And so once my first year of university started, I was taking antidepressants, I was taking Zoloft, anti anxiety medication. all that good stuff. But luckily, with the help of my parents and my friends, I was able to just only take those a little bit. It helped my mental health a lot being around those loved ones. And so I was told to stop taking the medication about 6 months into taking it. And so I didn't have to worry about that as much anymore. Yeah, I just had a really good support system.
So when you went through it, what helped you go through it? Like, I know that you had minor depression and anxiety. What is that thing that you do that helps you go through the daily basis?
Um, just I listen to music. So I take some of my hobbies. I'm a big cinephile. I love watching movies, and I learned that when I watch the reason I like watching movies so much, especially old ones that I'll rewatch over and over again, is because I know what happens, and so it relieves a lot of the anxiety that comes with watching a movie. I think that's one of the big reasons I realize I love watching movies so much, and
Okay.
so that was a really revolutionary thing I realized. So that was great. I also, I draw sometimes. I'll practice on my horn, and then I play video games. And so video games are a big stress reliever for me.
And what are your two top games right
Two
now?
top games: Naughty Dog's The Last of Us and The Witcher Wild Hunt.
I actually played The Last of Us. Well, I tried.
You tried?
I tried. I remember I had a best friend and he loved playing The Last of Us, and he would tell me the story behind the game. And I was like, whoa, I have to try that game. And I tried it, but I sadly suck at it. I'm more of a retro games like Crash,
Oh,
Spyro,
you like
Mortal
those arcade
Kombat.
games? Yeah.
Yes, yes. I'm more of that type of gamer.
That's cool. Yeah, no, I'm the type of person that loves exploration. So third person, open world, super fun, RPG elements, where you live the life of a character, you go around the world, you explore. I just think it's really fun.
Okay. Um, I know you're very present on TikTok. Would you say that it's a safe place for you to be around and be yourself?
Oh, absolutely. Heck, the reason I got on TikTok was because I knew that I could express myself much more than I would on, say, other social medias like Instagram that I'm not on much, or Facebook or anything. But I feel like TikTok has definitely opened up my ability to be as creative as possible. When it comes to comedy, I like doing comedy. I feel like if I weren't a musician, I would be a comedian.
Okay.
So it's really fun to just think of things at the top of my head and then be able to record it. And then if I think it's worthy, I'll post it. Or if I think it needs, this could use some work, I'll just put it in my drafts and then forget about it for a couple of months.
Okay. You say that you would be a comedy. Do you think that comedy is a way of like hiding behind those like emotional problems or maybe traumas that you had?
I wouldn't say it's a good way to hide. I feel like it's definitely a good way to cope with it.
Okay.
It's a good coping mechanism, like using humor to definitely ease the pain in a way. I'm not talking like self-deprecation or anything, which
Okay.
are some, you say your friends, the real funny, the saying, the funny one's always the saddest. Uh, which I mean is true, but I feel like I can use comedy to bring me more together with people,
Okay.
and that thought really eases my feelings of loneliness and sadness. Because if I can crack a joke at someone and make someone laugh, that means that they had some kind of, I've given someone my personal exposure and they have something to remember me by. It's like, oh, hey, there's Nathan. He's funny. I like him. So it's all about, having that personal image of yourself and then reflect that on others.
Okay. In TikTok, have you ever had negative comments that makes you maybe like overthink about who you are or yourself?
I mean, of course, there's always people that will comment, no, not nice things. Just there's always going to be internet trolls, no matter what. But I feel like being raised in that kind of negative energy, as as someone who was born in the late '90s, early 2000s, I think we can understand that there's always going to be negativity, and we just have to push past that. And I kind of took that to heart when it comes to exposing myself on the internet. There's always going to be that one person. And I've just come to terms with it. There's always going to be someone, and I'm not going to let that kind of negativity from someone I don't even know get to me. And I feel like definitely something that's still being an issue today with cyberbullying, stuff like that. So uh, I just want I just feel like it's not going to be that big of a deal in the future.
So how do you deal with negativity on the internet?
When it comes to someone just posting that, hey, you're fat, you're ugly, you're stupid, and it's like, I mean, I don't even know you, so what does that have to do with anything? Or if someone were to say something negative, I'm just going to point out the fact that that has absolutely nothing to do with the topic on hand. Just out them for just being rude for the sake of being rude. And I kind of feel better. I always have to have the moral high ground in a sense when it comes to that stuff. If you have the moral high ground when it comes to internet trolls, I feel like you'd be in the right, and I have a healthy conscience about it.
Okay, so what is the advice that you would give to rising musicians or rising artists in general?
Don't give up on it. Because there will be a time. I can count at least three major moments of my college career that I have just wanted to drop everything, change major, and change lifestyle, but I haven't yet, and it's been so very good for me. So if you just know that there's going to be a moment of pause where you just considering your life choices and just push through it. It's going to be tough, but as a musician, you're going to go through tough things. So you're going to be okay.
Okay, well, Nathan, thank you for joining us and thank you for being super open about everything that I asked you today. So I am really thankful that you said yes to this project and that you stand by it and support it. So, yeah, I guess this is it. And thank you very, very much.
Thank you very much for having me.